So yesterday I told ChatGPT write me an email to a potential client. It gives me this super formal corporate thing that sounded like a robot applying for a bank loan. I was like, no. I make it sound human. It come back with a hey, bestie, just vibing about your project. I literally lagged out lunch in my room at 2 a.m. Here's the thing, I have those back and forth adjustment with AI tools probably 20 times a day, and I know that sounds ridiculous. But in the past 6 months of doing this, I have learned more about communication, problem solving, and honestly myself than I expected. I am Rishajit, I run Maxbe Marketing, and today I want to share what arguing with artificial intelligence has actually taught me about being human. And trust me, this is not some AI will take our jobs, panic video, or a use this on prompt hack. This is about something way more useful. By the end of this video, you are going to understand why the function between you and AI is actually where the learning happens, the 3 skills that matter more now because of AI, and the real reason I am not worried about AI replacing marketers anymore. Now, quick context, I have been using AI tools heavily since early 2023. ChatGPT, Claude, Jasper, Copy AI, all of them. Not because I am some tech genius. I am literally a 20 years old college student running a marketing agency from my room in Bangladesh. I use AI business, I have to. I don't have a team of 10 people. It's just me, my laptop, and those tools. And in that process, I relying on AI daily. I have been noticed something nobody really talking about. Let me tell you about last Tuesday. I had a client who needed a complete content strategy for their e-commerce business. 3 months of content SEO optimized aligned with their brand voice. Normally, this would take maybe 8 to 10 hours of focused work. So I sat down with Claude. That's my go-to strategic step, and I said, help me create a content calendar for a sustainable fashion brand targeting Gen Z in Southeast Asia. It gives me generic garbage. Post about SEO-friendly materials. Share customer testimonials. Create education content about sustainability. Cool. Thanks for that revolutionary advice. I could not have gotten from a 2015 blog post. So I argued with it. No, I need specific angles. What trends are Gen Z actually engaging with right now? What question are they asking that computers are not answering? Still too bored. Third attempt? Okay, forget generic. That's brands differentiator is the use recycle ocean plastic. Their customer care about targetable impact, not wallets signing. Give me content ideas that proved impact with data. That's when it clicked. And here's what I realized in that moment. The AI was not the problem. My inputs were lazy. I was targeting like it magic button instead of a tool that reflects the quality of my thinking back at me. Which brings me to the first thing AI has taught me. Lesson 1. Your output quality is limited by your input clarity. When I started my marketing journey back into December 2021, I remember the exact date because I was supported to be studying for my SSC exams. I used to think success was about having the right answer. AI has completely flopped for me. Now I realize success is about asking the right question. Every time I argue with ChatGPT or Claude, it's because I give the a Vegas prompt. Write me something about SEO. Okay, what about SEO? For who? What's the goal? What level of knowledge does the reader have? This is actually crazy valuable because it's the same thing that happens with clients. When a client comes to me and says, we need a better marketing, that's useless. What kind of marketing? For what goals? Targeting who? AI has turned me into a better communicator because it forced me to be specific. It does not let me get away with fuzzy thinking. Here's the practical examples. Instead of saying, give me my blog post ideas, I now say, give me 5 blog post ideas for first-time freelancers who are struggling to get their first client. Focus on psychological barriers, not just techniques. Make them driven, see the difference. The AI is not smarter than before, my question is. Now, you might be thinking, okay, but does not that means AI is just making us lazy. And honestly, I thought that too for a while. Let me take you back in 2018. I spent almost a year working at a local mechanic shop in my town. I was the kind who would take apart broken radios and fans just to see how they work. My hands were constantly covered in grease, and I learned something important there. When you have the right tool, The work does not get easier, it gets different. A power drill does not make you a worse carpenter. It just means you have not wasting time doing what the drill does better. So you can focus on the design, the craftsmanship in parts that actually require human adjustment. Same thing with AI. When ChatGPT writes my first draft, I not being lazy. I am shifting my energy to the parts that matter. Does this actually sound like me? Is that genuinely helpful? What perspective I am adding that the AI can? Which is the sound thing AI has taught me? Lesson 2. The more AI can do, the more valuable your unique voice becomes. This is the paradox everyone's missing. Right now, there are thousands of marketing agencies using the same AI tools. I am using ChatGPT, Claude, Jasper. We all have access to the same technology. So what's the differentiator? It's me. It's you. It's the audit. Specific life experience you bring to the table. I told you I used to work as a mechanic, right? That's the background. That's hands-on problem solving. Let's take this apart in the see what's broken. Mindset, that's something AI does not have. When I'm troubleshooting why a client's website is not ranking, I approach it like diagnosing an engine problem. Systematic, methodical, that is not a ChatGPT training data. Or like I failed a wall business project in 2023. World winner CPA, it crashed and burned. But that failure taught me to validate ideas before building. To tell the real people, stop assuming I know what people need. AI don't learn that lesson. I did, so here's the what I am doing now. I used AI handle the repetitive step, fast drafts, research, data organization, but then I come in to add the parts that make it mine. The stories, the perspective, here's what I actually learned when this went wrong. That's the work AI can do. Alright, third things. Lesson 3. AI is a mirror. It shows you where your thinking is unclear. This uncountable but so useful. I will give you a real example from last week. I was trying to create an SEO strategy for a client in the health and wellness space. I asked Claude to help me identify content gaps. It's give me a list of generic topics, benefits of meditation, how to start a yoga projects, healthy eating tips. I got frustrated. No, I need specific gaps that computers are not covering. And Claude basically said back to me, I can identify specific gaps without knowing who the computers are, what they are currently ranking for, and what unique angles your client brings. I said 3 for a second like, oh, I was asking AI to do strategic thinking. I have not done yet. I was trying to outsource the hard part, the actual analytics, and just went to give me answer. That moment taught me something. When AI gives you a bad output, it's actually because there's a gap in your process. Now, when I stick, I don't just blame a tool. I ask myself what information I am missing, what assumption I am making, what question should I be asking instead. It is like having a brutally honest thinking partner who would not let you skip steps. Okay, real talk for a second. I know a lot of people are scared right now. AI is going to be replace marketers and all we're going to lose our jobs. And look, it's great it. When I first saw how good ChatGPT was at writing, I had a mini cheers. I was like, wait, if AI can write a blog post, why would anyone hire me? But here's what 6 months of daily AI use has shown me. AI is really good at what? It can tell you what to do, what their data says, what the best practice are, but it's trivial why. It can tell you why this client needs a different approach, why this audience will respond to that story, why this moment is the right time to prove it. That's why, that's human judgment. That's context. That's empathy. The marketers who are going to thrive are not the ones fighting AI. They are ones using AI to handle the what so they can focus all their energy on the why. So here's why I went to do. Next time you see ChatGPT, Claude or any AI tool, don't just accept their first output. Argue with it, push back, say no, that's not quite right and explain why it's not right. Because that argument, that's where you are clarifying your own thinking. That's where you are developing your own voice. That's where you are learning. AI is not your replacement. It's your sparring partner. And honestly, that's more argue with AI the better I get my actual job, because those tools are forcing me to level up my communication, sharpen my strategic thinking, and figure out what actually makes my work valuable. Look, I'm not semi-expert or first-rate. I am just a 20 years old running a small agency, trying to figure out this stuff out like everyone else. But if there's one thing I have learned from arguing with AI 20 times a day, it's this: the future does not bring to people who can use AI the best. It belongs to people who what to do and what AI gives them. So my challenge to you: go argue with AI today, give it a task, get a result, then push back, make it better, make it yours. And if you have found this video helpful, let me know, tell in the comment section. What's the most fascinating thing AI has given you? I want to hear your stories. Hit the subscribe button if you want more honest takes on digital marketing without the Guru BS. I'm here every week sharing what's actually working, what's not, and what I am learning in the real time. Thanks for watching. Now go argue with a robots.